Hello and welcome to our DirectCloud Backup video demonstration for Office 365 Backup and Recovery powered by Asigra's version 13. This demonstration is going to walk you through the process of downloading, installing and configuring your Office 365 environment, including the customizations needed to get you operational. So let's start by navigating to www.directcloudbackup.com/office-365-trial. The link is also in the YouTube description. Once you're on there, you'll notice if you navigate down the page, there's a box on the right hand side for you to start inputting your company details. This will ask for the name, company, email address, your business and the country you reside in. It's quite important to put the correct email address in, as this is going to email you the download link for the next stage of the software. So once that's been done, if you select the download option, and you'll notice a prompt comes up saying that it's successfully been emailed to you. So if you can then navigate towards your email, you'll notice that an email has been sent by DirectCloud, our info app, and what you'll see in there is two files, the DS client and the Windows, and also it's going to send you another email with the license key. So there's the YouTube video link that's inside here that you can reference for all the download material. So once you've downloaded that, what you're going to have is on the desktop three files. You're going to have the DS client version 13, which is the main installer, the plugin for Office 365, and the CRI, which is going to be unique to you. So what we'll do is we'll start by running the DS client 13000. If you double click on it and run as administrator, if you select install as the next option, it runs through. This will then extract the files. Next phase is the checks that it runs through. If any of those fails, then you need to go and resolve any of those problems and then come back, such as SQL or file permissions. On here is read the license agreement and click through for the yes, and select the defaults unless there is hard disk space as an issue and you can choose a different location. On this part, depending if SQL is installed or not, you can choose to install into an instance of SQL or select a new one. As you go for the next phase, you can then choose if you want to choose a local system account or create an account for this service to run under. If you don't have SQL, then it will install a copy of MSDE. So there we are, and we are now completed with the install, and we're going to select finish. The next stage will be is that it already realizes that there are some upgrades to do, so this happens automatically. So if you can select the upgrade option once the client starts. And at this point here, what we want to do is then import the CRI. So in the folder that we downloaded on the desktop, we want to go to browse and browse back to the download location where we downloaded those three files for the start of the installation. So if we open that up, there'll be a .cri file that's unique to you. If you select that, and the next stages are really to give you a for security, is reading the big red writing. These encryption keys are unique to you and they are highly secure. So what we're asking you to do there is type in a private key and an account key. And as you can see, if these encryption keys are lost, nobody can help restore your data. If you select the option that says allow encryption key forward into the DS system, we're always in a position to help, although we won't know what that key is. So if you can type in the private key, which all has to be the same. So if you type in the same password across your private key and your account key to allow the installation to go through. And And once that's been done, select the country, number of employees and your industry vertical. At this point here, it's going to forward your keys over into the vault. If you've ticked that option, then you can select yes to forward the keys over to the vault. So we're always in a position to help save your data if you've forgotten what the encryption keys are. And once we've got here, what we've then got to do is, because we're going to Office, there's a plugin, one of the only plugins for Asigra, which is the Cloud to Cloud. So what we're going to do is run the install apps that was in that directory that we started with. You can just quickly run that will then enable us to have the necessary installation files there available to connect to the cloud for your Office environment. So we've just selected next on there, and we're just running through that first part of the installer. Again, there's an option there to read the license agreement, and this is the option to select which options you want to move forward with. There's Google, Salesforce plugin and the Office. We're going to install everything to ensure that in the future we've got everything ready in case we need it. I'm just going to select the install option to run forward. And there we are, done. So the next stage here is now to enable the Office 365 environment using the admin control. So this means logging into the Office 365 front end, and as an administrator, ensuring that the service account we're going to connect to Office with has the right permissions. So what we're going to do is we're going to log into Office. So if you open up your web browser and log in as your admin account, and then what you're looking for is to navigate over to the admin option that you see. If you select that, and then what you're looking to navigate down to is the Exchange area at the bottom. Once you select that, there'll be an option there on the right hand side for the admin roles. If you select that, and the service that you're looking for is the Discovery Management. So if you select Discovery Management, and then what you can do is select on the edit or double click on the option. And what we're going to go down on to the roles is we're going to add in the user account that we're going to connect with to have permission to be a member of that group. So once it finds everyone in that group, we've got our account here that we're going to add in. You select OK, and you can save that. And then what you want to go down is to organizational management. And if you double click on the organizational management, then what you have an option to do is do exactly the same for the members. And find the user you're going to connect with and add that in, and OK that, and save. And the last area for organizational management, again, we need to find in roles and find the application impersonation service and add this in and select OK and apply that update. So now this is the Office environment that's ready with the right service account details. Once that's been applied, the environment is now ready. We can close these pages down and go back to the DS client. So if we open that up, the option you want to look for is the Cloud to Cloud Backup. So there we go, the backup from the cloud, and select the Microsoft Office. At the beginning, what you want to ensure is take the default and type in your username and your password. And the bottom option is for the domain only, so everything past the @ sign of your email login. If you select that, okay, depending on the properties that you've got in your Exchange will be the accounts that you've got. Here we'll be able to see 2 accounts. If we expand the mailbox open, what you'll be able to see is we'll be able to back up the calendar, the contacts, but in this example we're going to use the email. So if we open up the inbox and the items, you'll be able to see there's 10 emails in there with all attachments. So what we're going to do is ensure that that's backed up, and we have a successful backup. And next on the options, and we're going to select next. If we're going to configure the system, then we can set up the monitoring. For the retention, we'll add a retention rule in. We select next on there and do time based. We're going to do a month's worth of backup here. So what we're going to do is go to add, and we can do a backup every day at the top, and we're going to do that for the period of 1 month. So we've got 1 month's worth of backups, a backup every day for a month. So we're going to apply that and select next, and then we can name it. One month's retention, and then we go to next, and we're going to put it in a schedule, and we can amend the schedule. So this can be unique to what you want. If you select down and go to edit, what we'll ensure is that it runs at 6 PM every day, and we can do it on a more regular basis if need be, but we're going to enforce retention to ensure that any days after that are removed. So we only want a flat 1 month retention policy. Include Saturday and Sunday, and we can save that, and now we're ready for the next phase. So at the end we're going to do a regular backup of this, which means it's going to send it over into the cloud, and there we are. So if we now right click on this job, we can go to backup now, select the job, select next and finish, and this will now start and connect into the Office 365 environment and download to this local server and push it into the cloud, the backups for each one of those accounts. Depending on the speed of the link that you have and the amount of data you have, you can always reference the speed of the recovery by the mailbox that is currently running through as a way of indicating how far the backup is. If you've got a large mailbox, then would recommend, if there's multiple users, that you may break the group down into certain sections from A to F ongoing, so you can run multiple backups at the same time. And once that's completed, as it has done here, now you have a successful backup. If you want to find out what the process is to recover any of the emails, then there is a recovery web demo in the YouTube description and in the original download email that was sent to you with a step-by-step tutorial. For those that have any questions or queries or have any issues with the recovery, then please contact support at DirectCloudBackup.com for any further help and assistance. That concludes our video demonstration, so please click subscribe for any further videos, offers and tech tips.